Do you know the early warning signs of a stroke? It's a question that bears significant weight, because a stroke is not just an ordinary health condition, it's a serious medical emergency that happens when the blood supply to part of the brain is cut off, leading to potential brain damage and even death. Understanding stroke, its implications, and its early warning signs is of utmost importance. Why? Because time is of the essence when it comes to stroke. The sooner someone having a stroke gets medical attention, the better their chances of survival and recovery. This is why we're here today, to shed light on this crucial topic. Over the next few minutes, we'll be discussing the 10 early warning signs of a stroke. These signs may vary from person to person, but they all signal one thing: immediate medical attention is required. Recognizing these signs can be a matter of life and death, so let's dive in and learn together. The first early warning sign of a stroke is sudden numbness or weakness in the face, arm or leg, especially on one side of the body. But why does this happen? Well, a stroke occurs when the blood supply to a part of your brain is interrupted or reduced. This means that oxygen and nutrients are not able to reach the brain cells, causing them to die very quickly. This sudden loss of function is what leads to the unexpected numbness or weakness. This sensation, or rather lack of it, can be a bit perplexing. It might feel as if a part of your body has fallen asleep, but without the typical pins and needles that follows. You might not be able to move the affected area, or it might feel heavy and unresponsive. This is not a symptom to ignore or brush off. It's a loud, blaring siren that something is seriously wrong. If you or someone else experiences these symptoms, seek medical help immediately. The second warning sign is sudden confusion or trouble understanding speech. Imagine being in the middle of a conversation and suddenly, words seem foreign, or thoughts become entangled. This can be a clear indication of a stroke. It happens when blood flow to the brain is disrupted, affecting its ability to process information. This interruption can occur in any part of the brain, but when it happens in areas responsible for language and cognitive function, confusion sets in. People may struggle with simple tasks, forget familiar names, or have trouble following a conversation. It's like the brain's communication lines have been scrambled, making it difficult to understand or articulate thoughts clearly. Beware of these signs. Even if they seem fleeting or minor, they could be harbingers of a looming stroke. Remember, sudden confusion is not a normal part of aging. It's a call for immediate medical attention. The third warning sign is sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes. Imagine this: you're going about your day, when out of nowhere, your vision blurs or goes completely black. You might feel like you're looking through a foggy window, or perhaps your field of vision is suddenly reduced. This isn't a sign to reach for your glasses or book an appointment with the optometrist. It's a potential stroke warning sign that demands immediate medical attention. A stroke can occur when the blood supply to part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, depriving brain tissue of oxygen and nutrients. Vision problems can arise when a stroke affects the part of your brain that controls your eyes and vision. This could mean anything from blurred vision, double vision, to complete loss of sight. So, if you or someone you know experiences sudden vision changes, don't shrug it off. Don't ignore sudden vision changes. It could be a stroke. The fourth warning sign is sudden trouble walking, dizziness, or loss of balance or coordination. A stroke can have a profound effect on your body's motor functions, including your ability to walk. You see, when a stroke occurs, it interrupts the flow of blood to the brain, and this can affect the areas responsible for balance and coordination. Imagine being on a boat, and the sea is rough. You're trying to walk, but the floor keeps shifting under your feet. That's what it might feel like for someone experiencing a stroke. They may stumble, stagger, or have a sudden onset of clumsiness. They could also experience dizziness, a sense of spinning, or a feeling like the world is tilting. It's important to remember that these symptoms can come on suddenly and without warning. So if you or someone else suddenly has trouble walking, don't wait. Seek help immediately. The fifth and sixth warning signs are a sudden, severe headache with no known cause and trouble speaking or slurred speech. These signs can often be misunderstood or dismissed as mere fatigue or stress. But here's the thing: when a severe headache hits you like a bolt out of the blue, or when you find yourself stumbling over words or struggling to string a simple sentence together, it's a clear indication that something's not right. These symptoms are associated with a stroke because they result from a disruption in the blood flow to your brain. This disruption can cause brain cells to die, leading to permanent damage or even death. Time is brain, as they say in the medical field. So if you or anyone around you experiences these symptoms, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention. Remember, these symptoms are not to be taken lightly. They are urgent calls for medical help. The seventh and eighth warning signs are a sudden loss of consciousness and seizures. Stroke is a medical emergency that requires immediate attention, and these two symptoms are no exception. Let's talk about a sudden loss of consciousness first. This is when someone unexpectedly becomes unresponsive or faints. It happens because the brain isn't getting the oxygen it needs to function properly. This can be due to a blocked or burst blood vessel in the brain, both of which are causes of stroke. Now, on to seizures. These are sudden, uncontrolled electrical disturbances in the brain. They can cause changes in behavior, movements, feelings, and levels of consciousness. If you've never had a seizure before and one occurs, it could be a sign of a stroke. Both these symptoms are extremely serious and require immediate medical help. Don't waste time trying to diagnose the issue yourself. Loss of consciousness and seizures are not to be taken lightly. They are serious warning signs of a stroke. The 9th and 10th warning signs are sudden shortness of breath and unexplained fatigue. It's important to recognize that these symptoms can be tied to a stroke. In the case of shortness of breath, the brain, which controls our breathing, may not be able to send the right signals if it's affected by a stroke. This can lead to a feeling of breathlessness, even if you haven't been physically exerting yourself. Meanwhile, unexplained fatigue can be a result of the brain struggling to function normally. You might feel unusually tired, sleep more than usual, or have difficulty waking up. This exhaustion isn't due to physical activity or lack of sleep, but rather, it's a sign that something might be wrong with your brain. The crucial thing to remember is that if you experience these symptoms suddenly, it's essential to seek medical help immediately. Time is of the essence when it comes to stroke treatment. Don't disregard sudden breathlessness or unexplained fatigue. They could be signs of a stroke. All these warning signs are serious and require immediate medical attention. Over the course of this video, we've walked through the 10 early warning signs of a stroke. Each of these signs is a red flag, a signal to seek medical help right away. Let's quickly recap. The first warning sign we discussed was sudden numbness or weakness, often concentrated on one side of the body. This could manifest in the face, arm, or leg, and is a key indicator that something's not right. The second sign was confusion. This could mean sudden trouble understanding speech or difficulty in speaking. Remember, the brain is a complex organ, and when it's under stress, these basic functions can be affected. Next, we talked about trouble seeing in one or both eyes. This could be blurred vision, blackened vision, or double vision. Any abrupt changes in sight should not be taken lightly. The fourth sign was trouble walking, accompanied by dizziness or loss of balance. This could signal that a stroke is affecting the part of your brain that controls your movements. We then covered two signs in quick succession: severe headache with no known cause, and trouble speaking. The headache might come on suddenly and be unusually severe, while speech may become slurred or hard to understand. Moving on, we discussed loss of consciousness and seizures. These are more severe signs and can indicate a major stroke is occurring. Finally, we touched on shortness of breath and unexplained fatigue. These symptoms might not seem related to a stroke, but they can be, particularly if they occur alongside other symptoms. So there you have it, the 10 early warning signs of a stroke. Each sign is a call to action, a prompt to seek help immediately. Remember, every minute counts when it comes to treating a stroke. The faster you act, the better the chances of reducing damage and improving outcomes. Remember, time is of the essence when it comes to stroke. Recognizing these signs can save a life. So let's be vigilant, let's be aware, and let's look out for each other.